So, hi everyone, I'm Manu. This is Chapters with Manu. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my August TBR. I am still filming this in July, but the chances of me actually finishing my TBR are very slim to none. So, I am also going ahead and adding my punishment, which I've decided is always going to be the person who makes the board gets to add a book to my TBR in the next month. So, Kurt made my first board for July and she's gonna add a book to my August TBR, and I cannot say anything about it. It's a free pick. So just a quick wrap up on how July went. I had 14 books on my TBR. As of July 26th, I've only read 7 of them. I do have 2 more. I have 1 more on Libby right now out, and I do have 2 or 3 that are coming out very soon, but I have started working again. So the chances of me actually reading those books are slim to none, especially because I've been getting home exhausted from adjusting to my new routine. So the books I did read were Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle, The Magic of Us by Beth Merlin and Danielle Maderi, which was my arc for last month, Beneath by Ariel Sullivan, Nightshade by Autumn Woods, and this one I finished today, otherwise I would be nowhere close to have. Broken Death by Danny Francis, The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This one was on my book club list, but I count that as part of my TBR because I made that commitment. And also, I had a deal with Kurt that I would be buddy reading with her The Will of the Many. But she came up to me and said, "Hey, actually, do you want to swap that for Kingdom of Ash?" And I said, "Bet." And I did read Kingdom of Ash. So I am forgiving myself for not getting from my TBR because I did read like that very chunky book this month. The ones I did not get a chance to read were Prince of Swords by Elise Kova. I do have that on Libby and I'm hoping to get to it in August. But we'll see how August is going to go. I also did not get to read Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. And this one was because I did not feel like it, people. Like, I tried, but I saw a lot of people in my book club did not enjoy it. And I don't know. I was not really that looking forward to it. I also didn't get The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, and this one was because Libby, the holds on Libby were taking forever. It's gonna come out soon. I'm assuming like by Tuesday at most, but I'm not sure I'm gonna get to it because it's a book that is gonna take its toll on me, and I do not want to read it before going into work and like having puffy eyes because I know that one is gonna make me cry. I also did not reread Hunger Games or Flawless by Elsie Silver because I had a lot of books to read and I did not want to reread those. But I am planning on doing both a Chestnut and a Hunger Games reread in the near future, possibly Hunger Games first because of the new book coming out, the new movie coming out in November. I also did not read Shield of Sparrows, and this one was also because I didn't want to. I actually renewed my hold on Libby. I still have it with me, but my brain, every time I picked it up, my brain went, nope. And I did not want to force myself because I was scared of getting into a slump, so I didn't. And last but not least, we had Unbound by Peyton Carini, and that one also did not come through on Libby. So really, Libby was the one getting in my way this month. I'm telling myself that because I did read 16 books this month. I got to read 4 more arcs and some other books, so I did do well. I was just not blessed by the Libby gods this month. So let's talk about my August TBR. As of today, I already have my Battleship board. This month, my dear friend Kindle at King's Corner, she already made my board. As you can see, it's very pink and very me. I'm very excited for it. And this month is actually very special because I'm going to be participating in Arc August, the readathon by Reads with Dr. B, Vanessa. And the goal of this readathon is reading arcs, and I really do have to focus on those because I have, as of today, 36 arcs I have to read on that galley, and some of them are already in their little countdown, so I do know I have to go through them. And so this is going to be my priority in August. That's not to say I won't be reading other books, because my book clubs don't have arcs. So I have those books to read. I have sequels coming out. I have Holds on Libby coming through, and I'm back to work. So August is gonna be a very fun month for me. especially because of everything that's going to be going on. But I'm very, very, very excited. So to start, we're going to do the board first and foremost. And then afterwards, I'll come back with all of my picks. But please note that I will be doing less books than I did last month because I am back to work, like I said. And I have already noticed that I won't have that much time to read. I will probably do some audiobooks, but depending on the, I don't have audiobooks for most of my arcs. Actually, I don't think I have an audio for any of them. So I have to be very mindful of what my life looks right now. So I think I'm gonna allow the board to pick 7 books, maybe 6 because I already have my punishment. Maybe 8. It depends on what I do get. So without further ado, let's begin. So as always, you guys know that I love my corners in Battleship, but this time I've decided to do something differently because I figured that since Kim knows I love my corners, she probably put some books that this is me trying to guess it, by the way. She probably put books I don't want to read in the corners. So I will be starting with E4 for the first and foremost. I don't know, people. I am scared of what is hidden behind these. I'm scared. This is the honest to God truth because I don't know. She said I have over 12 options here. So for E4, I did D4, not E4. Okay. And I did D5. Okay. So let's try it again. So for the first prompt, we actually got a piece of a prompt, which I'm very excited to see what it says because I can only read TBR just has. I don't know what's hidden here. This is always so much fun for me, by the way. I'm gonna try one more square to see if it shows up. Nope, it's still not available, which means we have to do another one. I think it's 3. Yeah. So the prompt says, it's still a book from another TBR video. Literally anyone's, just has to be YouTube. So shout out to Kim for making me watch BookTube. I will be watching TBRs for this, but I don't think that many TBRs are out right now. So I'll probably have to read something that came out earlier because, like I said, today is still the 26th, so probably not that many August TBRs are out, but I will be trying to find some in hopes that I find some arcs to read. Next one, I will be doing E7. I don't know, this just popped in my head. I think I'm feeling like 7. And it was another prompt. And it says putting off. I think it's putting off, which means she's probably gonna force me to read something I have been putting off. And yay! Let's do another square. It says you keep putting off, so I think I'm gonna need another square. She did the big ones. Okay, let's see if I can review this now. But yes, a book you keep putting off. There's so many of this, but okay, we'll see what I figured out. Does it count if I put an arc that I haven't touched since I got it? Because I have been putting it off. Maybe, we'll see. Next one, I will be doing A1. I cannot stay away from my corners, people. I love me some corners. And I have a piece of a cover, and I'm very excited and happy that I got this one. I already know what book it is. This is Cursed City by Kate Golden. I was gonna be reading this in August, no matter whether it was on my TBR or not. So I'm excited that, I get to read a book on my TBR, I get to read a book that is on my TBR. So I'll just finish erasing this right now. But yeah, I got Cursed City. I was so excited when I got this arc, by the way. Because I was not expecting to get it, and some people I know who are bigger booktubers than me and have been in the community a lot longer did not get approved for this one. So I'm so excited that I got it. Like so excited. So there you have it. The first official book. Oops. The first official book on my TBR. I am gonna do C4 next. So we'll see what is here. So it also says prompt. So I am guessing that this is a big one again. So I'm gonna erase 2 more squares. And if it wasn't a 3 square prompt, well, I got another prompt in a bonus. But yeah, it says feeds a readathon bonus prompt or 2. So in the readathon that Vanessa is hosting, we are gonna pick teams, and each team has 2 bonus prompts. So what this one says is that I have to look at those prompts and pick a book that fits one or both of them. So my team prompts are gonna be read a book by a new to you author, which are most of my arcs. I'm gonna try to find a book with that, but if I can't, there's the other one, but that is one of the following words, and the words are like dream, magical, so something more, like magical. I think I'm gonna have a harder time of choosing one of those, but I have plenty of new to me authors on my list, so I think I'm gonna be okay for that. Next we have, I'm gonna do F5, trying to avoid the corners too, even though I did get lucky on my first corner. So yay, I got another one I was very excited for. It's Love Felt Like This by Julie Olivia. I read her debut novel in, I want to say March or April, and I loved it so much. I gave it a 5 stars and I was kicking my feet, and I was not expecting to love it as much, but she became an author for me. And when this went on Read Now on NetGalley, I just knew I had to grab it. So I'm very excited to read this book as well. And I like getting the actual books and not the prompts, because it means I have to think a little less. But we're gonna go to our last book. I am going to a corner. I'm doing B7. Not technically a corner, but I did B7. And B7 says the word horror. I love my friends for holding me accountable, but I don't know what horror I'm gonna read. Like, this is my horror story, having to read horrors. And this time it's a horror. It's not even like a thriller or a mystery or a horror. It has to be a horror. And by the way, I'm saying this word so many times that it's starting to sound wrong to me. If I'm saying it wrong, anyway. So there we have it, people. We have 2 official books, 4 prompts, plus my punishments. But since I got a horror, I'm gonna give myself another book, because I feel like I deserve it, like since I have to read horror, I'm gonna do another one. But Manu, your TBR list is gonna get bigger. Well, that's a future Manu problem. And for our last one, I'm gonna get the other corner, which is G1. G1 is actually a blank. Okay, let's try A7. I think it's also going to be blank, but we'll see. It is also blank. I feel like this is a sign that I should not get another book. So there you have it, people. We have 2 official books. We have Cursed City. We have Love Felt Like This. And then we have 4 prompts. So I will be back in a second with the official finalized list. So here we have my final TBR list. And as always, I am counting my book clubs as part of my TBR. However, because it's so early to be filming this, because it's only the 26th, most of my book clubs have not finished picking their August books. I have some of them, and some of them are gonna be rereads for me. So I don't have the final list, but I would say that probably 2 more are gonna be added to this. But for my book clubs, I have The Lion and the Deathless Dark by Clarissa Broadbent for the Indie Archive book club, which is with Mel and Cassidy. And then for my other book clubs, the Brazilian ones, I have On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolling. And this was a very polemic pick because it was very tied because I was defending Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. And this was the other side. I'm not sure I'm excited to read this one because I've read really bad things, but I'm gonna be reading it, if only so that I can give my honest opinion about it. I also have to read And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. I don't know how to say that in English. That's how it's in Portuguese, Agatha Christie. Which I'm not also very much looking forward to because it's from the 1930s, I think. But again, it was a book club pick, so I'm willing to give it a try. And we also have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I had mentioned in my last video that I was putting Frida on a timeout, and then this got picked. So here I go back to the world of Frida. But for my actual TBR, we have the following books. For my punishment, I have House of Bane and Blood by Alexis L. Menard. This was Kurt Speak. I've heard great things about this book and about this author, so I'm really excited for it. We have, like I mentioned, Curse City and Love Felt Like This, which are the books that my board picked. For the Read It On Prompt, I decided to read Crashing to You by Simone Soltani. This is a new to me author. I'm really excited for this book. I'm really excited to start reading Formula One books as well, so that's why I chose it. For BookTube video rack, I ended up watching both Kim and Mel's TBRs, and they both had books I was really excited for, but I was gonna cheat from Kim because that was gonna be an arc, and I decided to choose one that I have been wanting to read for a while, but I never saw anyone talking about it, which is The Shadows That Listen by Louisa Carmody. But Mel is apparently reading that one, so I am stealing that from her. Book I keep putting off, I am choosing a book carryover from July, which is Unbound by Pedro Carini. I have a project going on to finish more series. And this is a book I have been putting off because I wanted to read it closer to the sequel. And the sequel comes out either in September or October. So I feel like this is a good moment for me to read this one. And The Hold is coming through very soon. So I said, why not do that now? And last but not least, my horror, I will be reading Gingerbread Bones by Lindsay Lovelace. This was a part of the Camp NetGalley books. And so, yes, it will be an arc. And I'm excited to read it because it looks very fun. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be a horror. That's what Goodreads said. I am trusting Goodreads. If it's more of a thriller, I'm sorry. I don't know. But I'm very excited. So these are the books I'm planning on reading in August. Let me know if you've read any of this. Let me know if you're excited for it. Or if you just want to say something, leave a blue emoji down there. So thank you. Bye.